People are asking the prosecutor to investigate a criminal complaint against Kendle Allen.
Okay.
Obviously, because it's a complaint against law enforcement, we can't go to them to ask them to do an investigation.
Tim told me to stamp it, receive, and get you guys copies of the received documents, and I'll do that.
We've got that.
Okay. I will, if you want, I can take that back and stamp it and just get copies and bring it back to you.
Sure, if
Okay.
that works best for you. We've got two stacks here.
That's fine.
Two stacks, whatever. So we have just filed 12 criminal complaints against Sheriff Allen with the prosecutor's office, Stevens County's prosecutor's office, asking the prosecutor to investigate criminal conduct by Sheriff Allen. The complaint. Thank you, Nick. Very well. Today is Thursday, September 18th, 2014. On this day, the people have submitted 12 individual criminal complaints against Stevens County's Kendle Allen, sitting in the position of sheriff. More than a dozen people on Stevens County today petitioned Timothy Rasmussen to file criminal charges against Kendle Allen for illegally usurping the office of Stevens County Sheriff. In a letter addressed to Mr. Rasmussen, the people stated, quote, "You have known of Kendle Allen's usurpation of the office of Stevens County Sheriff for long enough to have investigated and filed criminal charges of your own accord, yet you have not. So the people of necessity bring forth evidence that supports the filing of criminal charges against Kendle Allen for violating state law," unquote. Allen is being accused of falsely personating a public officer, RCW 42-20-030, offering false instruments for filing or recording, RCW 40-16-030, and perjury, RCW 9A-72020. Two of the charges are Class C felonies, and there could be numerous counts to each charge. The people believe that dozens, if not hundreds of people have had their rights violated by Allen impersonating a public official. The people's complaints claim that Kendle Allen failed to duly qualify for office when he violated Washington state law. RCW 29A-6283A states that the oath of office shall be taken and filed no earlier than 10 days prior to assuming office, and RCW 29A-24020 unequivocally states, "and shall again be sworn into office for the full term." Attached to the people's complaint was a copy of Kendle Allen's oath of office subscribed on March 12, 2014, more than 3 years and 2 months after Allen assumed office for the full term that started on January 1st, 2011. After certification of the 2010 general election on November 23, 2010, Allen immediately assumed the duties of Stevens County Sheriff to fill the short-term, unexpired term of former Sheriff Craig Thayer, who resigned after his appointment by President Obama to the United States Marshal Service for the Eastern District of Washington. The people have asked Mr. Rasmussen to take action by Friday, September 26, 2014, or explain why he needs more time. The people also noted that Rasmussen has been very vocal about not liking timelines. However, the people's patience is wearing thin. Their trust in you, Mr. Rasmussen, is faltering, and there can be no higher authority than to hold those public servants accountable to the law that they swore on oath to uphold. We can be contacted at 509-263-9102. My name is Dennis Patterson. A letter has been prepared for Mr. Timothy Rasmussen, who is inhabiting the office of Stevens County Prosecutor, to go with the criminal complaint that has been filed against Kendle Allen. Dear Mr. Rasmussen, on February 24, 2014, in an open public meeting in the Stevens County Commissioner's office, you stated, quote, "In many ways my judgment functions as a grand jury. In the state of Washington, a grand jury, the functions of a grand jury are vested in the prosecuting attorney. I have the power and the responsibility, and I am the only one in this county who has that power vested in me by the election of the people to bring a criminal charge against someone," unquote. Mr. Rasmussen, you have known of Kendle Allen's usurpation of the office of Stevens County Sheriff for long enough to have investigated and filed criminal charges of your own accord, yet you have not. So the people of necessity bring forth evidence to support the filing of criminal charges against Kendle Allen for violating state law. You, sir, claim that the exclusive authority to bring criminal charges. Is it not your duty then to act upon the people's First Amendment criminal complaint? The people now call upon you to perform the duties for which you are being paid. The people expect action or an answer as to why you will not criminally charge Kendle Allen, according to the people's First Amendment criminal complaint submitted under this cover. You have been very vocal about not liking timelines, however the people's patience is wearing thin. Their trust in you is faltering, and there can be no higher priority than to hold those public servants accountable to the law that swore an oath to uphold it. The people want and deserve an answer on your course of action delivered to them by close of business Friday, September 26, 2014. If you need more time, you must explain why. Please respond in writing to the people, P.O. Box 448, Chewelah, Washington.